What is up, Square Nation? Welcome back to No Counters, No Combos, and today we're back in the Rumble Arena. We have Renamon plugins on the left, and we have Shoutmon DX or Shoutmon Blitz on the right. We're taking a break from like meta decks for a little bit because of the we were able to get our Nats invite a couple of weeks ago at a shop championship at Gamers Edge. So now I just kind of want to play decks that are fun or that I was cooking up and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. To be honest, when EX2 Digital Hazard first got released, I was most excited for the Renamon deck. Not because I'm like a furry or anything like that, but the plugin mechanic seemed very, very interesting to me, and a lot of those plugins are just really good on their own, but the fact that you could abuse them in this deck with the Rika Tamer is just kind of disgusting. But at my first attempt of building the deck, you could kind of see where it falls flat a little bit. It's not really at its optimal version just yet, in my opinion. I know some people have been experimenting with like a Lord Nightmon engine with the Renamon stuff or the Sakuyamon stuff. But I wanted to stick true to the archetype. I wanted to stick true to what the deck is trying to do just naturally. And it's definitely missing a few pieces. Hopefully when we get Miko mode in BT10, that should give the deck the boost that it's missing. But I still wanted to kind of try it and see where it's at. Clearly it's not a tiered deck or anything like that. It's not very high powered. It's not really going to compete too well with, what's going on in the meta currently. But if you're able to get off like the perfect stack or the perfect series of events, you could, potentially do some damage, really quickly. So just to catch everybody up to speed, we were able to get our Sakuyamon out here against a Shoutmon, and we're going to attack into his, I forget the name. Tageta Kamakachi. I forget his name, dude. Like his name, is so hard to pronounce. But I wanted to sneak him in the Shoutmon deck because he's so cool looking, and I needed 2 more copies of rookies to get to my 14 sweet spot, and 2 more champions to get to my 12. So I decided to sneak these guys in. They're vanillas. They don't really do anything for the deck. They're just really cool to look at. And they're the same shade of red as Shoutmon, which I thought was interesting. So I wanted to include them in the deck, really just for nostalgia, not nostalgia, what's the word I'm looking for? For the aesthetic purposes, the only reason I really decided to run him. As you can see, we were able to go into the Omni Shoutmon X that we got out of BT9. This guy is really interesting. He does give you another evolution target on Omni Shout, which if you have Omni Shout as a source with a Digimon with Blitz, you do gain that security +1, so you can start sneaking security damage a lot earlier without having to go up into your DX, which is really nice. Obviously, DX is your boss monster. That's the guy that you want to be able to get out as quickly as possible to maximize on the amount of security checks you're going to be able to do. But having a secondary route of doing that by playing the X Omni Shout is really nice in my opinion. I'm not saying that Omni Shout is going to put this deck over the top, because by no means do I claim that this deck is, ready for competitive meta at all. Like, yeah, the Shoutmon that we're getting, for Cross Hearts, for BT10, that's definitely going to be tier 1, but this is more of just like a fun deck. But it's kind of crazy. Like, if everything goes according to plan, like if you're able to stack your checks properly and you're able to resolve a couple of lightning jousts and stuff, you can check and clear a lot of security very quickly. So I wanted to put these 2 decks together because Renamon is more of a setup deck and Shoutmon is more of like a aggressive deck, and I thought that they would kind of have the opposite matchups of each other. Shoutmon wants to go as quickly as possible, and Renamon kind of wants to take its time and set up until it gets its perfect stack. So I wanted to put Renamon under that pressure to see if we can kind of, pivot out of that. And as you can see, Shoutmon taking game 1 with that Blitz Omni for game, you can see where the speed comes in. So going into game 2, you're going to open with your rookie Renamon that searches top 4 for a Rika Tamer and one of your evolutionary pieces, which is a really good card. And then Shoutmon is going to go ahead and look at top 5 for a Digimon with Shoutmon in its name or Blitz and or Blitz. So you get to search 2 targets, which is really nice. Your hero tamer obviously is very, very good in this situation because you're going to be able to set your memory to 3, but also give that extra 2k DP when swinging with your DX, avoiding any potential threatening security checks. Calamon in this deck is really good because it is one of those EX2 decks that can really benefit from playing Calamon, but the fact of being able to gain memory and draw more cards, this is a combo deck, so you do need your pieces. So being able to dig deeper with Calamon and gaining extra energy, extra memory, making your Digivolutions cost 1 less is really nice. Also, the added 3,000 DP does come up, especially with your Sakuyamon being only 11k. Swinging for 14 to security is kind of huge. So as you can see, we're getting up into our mega here, and because of Calamon, we're going to go ahead and suspend and gain that memory back, putting us back to 0. Sakuyamon is going to go ahead and swing at security, hitting an Omni Shout, surviving that attack there, and go ahead and we're going to play that Renamon to look at top 4 for 2 pieces. We're going to go ahead and pass 3 to our opponent. You know, having a memory tamer on your opponent's side of the board, it does make it easier for you to play your game because you know they're going to always start with 3 memory no matter what. So it's going to allow you to just kind of commit more to the board without being too, you know, hesitant on it. Right here, we're kind of determining whether or not we're going to swing into the Sakuyamon or the security. The Renamon does get cleared by the Shoutmons on Digivolution by feeding it a source. You get to delete an opponent's Digimon with 4k or less. So you are able to clear off that Renamon and just swing over the Sakuyamon. But, you know, having another stack ready to go and breeding off of promotion and going into the Cubimon here is going to be pretty nice for Renamon, having a secondary stack going up into any other Digivolution chains. Yellow memory boost is a huge boon in this deck. Just being able to search more of your pieces, and that delay for the 2 memory also does help. The Beetle Gamamon that we got here from BT8 was a really welcome addition to this Shoutmon deck. You know, having a champion that swings for 6k with Blitz and can get boosted by your hero for 8k is really nice because you can swing in for some early chip damage. But it also, that Blitz keyword does trigger a lot of your different inheritables, whether it's your draw off of your rookie Shoutmon or your plus 2k DP off of your other rookie Shoutmon. It is, you know, pretty beneficial into the deck, and it's the only Gamamon card that we're playing, aside from the Tamer, of course. I was originally playing some Gamamons from BT8 in this deck, but I kind of want to save Gamamon for down the road when we get more Gamamon support, because he is really cool. And you can see here, this is where the Renamon deck is going to shine. When you're able to swing with your Talmon, trigger your Rika, playing your plugin for free, Digivolving into Sakuyamon, and then unsuspending on Digivolution, it is really nice because you do get that extra attack, and you also can fetch a plugin from your trash to your hand for each tamer that you control. So, you know, being able to get that evolution plugin back is really nice. The evolution plugin is key in this deck because you want to be able to go up into your chain for cheap, and you also want to be able to save as much memory for your big bombs like reinforced or anything like that. So we are cleared off here by the Gaia Force, which is unfortunate, but we do get a lot of memory to play with here. Promoting the Salamon off of breeding. Salamon is really nice because it does get you that draw when you swing with 3 or more security. We're going to go ahead and hardcast that Calamon for 3 without all the extra memory. We're going to suspend it on Digivolution to gain a memory and draw a card. We're going to go ahead and swing at that Cubimon to go ahead and suspend the Rika to give us that plug-in to Digivolve into the Talmon, which is going to allow us to play another Rika on Digivolution, and because we're still in attack, we can go ahead and suspend that other Rika that we just played to free play the evolutionary plugin to go into Sakuyamon. Sakuyamon on Digivolve is going to allow us to unsuspend and add those 2 plugins from our trash to our hand. So this is kind of what the deck wants to do. You want to abuse the combination of your Rika's suspension effect with your plugins. We're going to go ahead and delay that reinforce to gain 3 memory. We're going to go ahead and use the red plugin here to give us security +1 on a Sakuyamon. We are going to get cleared by that second check being a Gaia Force, but we put the Shoutmon player down to 1 security here, which is kind of a sweet spot for us. We want to be able to kind of pressure them down, especially because they only have 1 stack on promotion here, and they already have an established memory tamer, so it's not like they're going to gain too much advantage off of that. Passing turn by playing the Renamon rookie, we're going to go ahead and Digivolve into this Chimeramon, which is nice because Chimeramon on Digivolution does allow you to fetch your source of your Omni Shout to give you that security +1 if you have Blitz. But outside of that, it doesn't really do much. Like if you don't have the DX to follow up on the Chimeramon, you're kind of just a sitting duck and you have nothing to do. You don't want to run the risk of swinging into security and getting cleared because you don't get that 4k DP boost, so he is only an 8k, and it's clearing your last stacks. You're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. But you're going to go ahead and see Renamon clear that last security, and then of course hybrid for game. So on to game 3, we're at 1 apiece here. Shoutmon's going to start by Digivolving and raising, drawing a card, and playing the Shoutmon, searching for a Digimon with Blitz and Shoutmon in its name. So you get to add 2 targets off of that, which is always really good. When you dig 5 and add 2, that's always going to be a hard plus, especially because it's adding you your pieces that you need for Digivolution. Renamon's going to have a similar opening by playing your rookie, searching top 4 for pieces. Going to go ahead and Digivolve into that Cubimon, looking at top 3 for a plugin, which unfortunately we do whiff on, but it is pretty early, so we're not in any danger. Shoutmon's going to go ahead and check 1 security for 1k there, getting trashed off that Talmon and establishing a hero, passing 2 memory over to Renamon. We're going to Digivolve in raising here to draw a card and go into the Cubimon for 2 to draw another card. We're going to go ahead and pass turn by going into Talmon and playing Rika. Shoutmon's going to promote here from raising, go into the Beetle Gamamon for 2, draw a card, swing for 8k, draw 2 off of the inheritables of Gurimon and Shoutmon, because we have a Digimon with Blitz and a Digimon swinging with 6k DP or more. So that is a nice little combination. We're going to go ahead and Digivolve into the Omni Shout X for 3, putting our opponent to 3 memory no matter what because of the memory tamer. We're going to go ahead and promote the Cubimon here out of raising, Digivolve into the Talmon, playing another Rika. So now this is the perfect scenario for this Renamon deck here. You want to have these 2 separate stacks, and you want to have at least 2 tamers out so you can go ahead and abuse what you're about to see right here. We're going to go ahead and abuse this Digivolution plugin, which allows you to draw. You draw on Digivolve, and then the inheritables allow you to minus DP and gain memory if you use an option that's 2 or more, and also drawing a card off of your Digitama. So Kuyamon's going to come in for free off of the plugin, checking 1, getting deleted with Gaia Force, but allowing us to add 2 of those plugins back to our hand. We're going to go ahead and finish our turn here by passing with Renamon, giving us another rookie to hopefully pressure, especially since Shoutmon doesn't have a stack that they can promote. They're going to have to hard play or build up and raising really quickly and hope that we can't check their last 4 security and swing for game. So Renamon's in a really good spot right now because it does control 2 attacking stacks going up into our last play here. I'm going to let this one play out for you guys so you can just kind of see the play lines you want to take and the power of the ability to abuse these plugins. But don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and please hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with everything No Counters, No Combos. We really do appreciate the support, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Be there or be squared.